Let me talk to you about boxing. Crolla versus Linares, number 2.
Number 2, yeah. I mean,
What do you make of that?
I think it could go to number 3. There's a certain Mexican Californian called Mikey Garcia in the background. With both those fighters, yes, it's a huge payday. Would both those fighters want to fight Mikey Garcia, or would they come back for number 3? And I think Anthony's got a real good chance. I think if you take the last fight last September, it was by very small margins that Anthony lost. Jorge Linares showed his absolute class. I think Joe Gallagher's gone on record calling him a shoeshine fighter. I think that's a very good description. He is very clever, but Anthony will have looked at that. Joe's a master of looking at detail. And I think tomorrow night the fight fans, hopefully Mancunian fight fans and the further afield, will come and celebrate what could be another huge night, akin to what Ricky Hatton did against Costa Zoo in Manchester.
I just want your thoughts on British boxing in general. This year's been fantastic because we've had people like Carl Frampton, gone out to America, we've had James DeGale, you know, we've got obviously Mr. Anthony Linares, we've got Joshua, we've got Kell Brook fighting in big fights. Is British boxing at that level nowadays?
I think it has to be. You take, last week, Triple G Jacobs in New York. You can take Garcia Thurman early March in Brooklyn in the Barclays Centre. But we're matching it, if not more. Eddie Hearn in Matchroom, putting on some very big shows. Boxing, it's a huge... The grandmother in the street knows that Anthony Joshua's fighting Klitschko. Your dog knows that Anthony Joshua's fighting Klitschko. So never before. I mean, obviously in the early 90s, late 80s when I was growing up, I was a kid actually when I was growing up then, but Ben Eubank, but never before that I can remember on these shores are such global events taking place, and it's a credit to the public, it's a credit to what Sky are doing, it's a credit to what other promoters are doing. It's great for the sporting fan, and tomorrow night is probably the first, as you mentioned, Joshua Klitschko, Spence. I mean, I'm looking forward to Spence Brook more than probably all the fights we've talked about there, and there'll be more coming this summer. You've got Callum Smith, who's due to fight one of the Durrell boys. There's probably then DeGale waiting in the wings for a great UK unification fight. So it goes on. 2017 already has had some great fights, but has got plenty more to look forward to in the future.
James, top man, I just want you to sign off this interview. Give me something special.
I think United will win the Europa League, and we'll be back in the Champions League. Plus Anthony Crolla tomorrow night. I'm fully behind him, so is the PBE, and we look forward to celebrating a big win for Manchester boxing.
James, thank you very much for talking to Behind the Gloves.
Thank you.
Top man.
Appreciate it.
Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.